Hey guys, welcome to oddsmarket.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom, and here in the studio with us today is Martin Green. We've got two videos for you today. One is La Liga predictions, best picks for the week there, week 4, and then also Serie A, so do check out both of those videos. We're going to start though with La Liga week 4. Martin, how many have you got for us today?
I have 4 for you today from La Liga.
Oh, all right. I think I've got 3, so go on. Let's start with one of yours.
Okay, I will start. Well, you always have to look at the big teams. So I'm going with Real Madrid, who kept their 100% unbeaten record going last weekend, 3 out of 3. They're away at Espanyol, and Espanyol aren't a particularly great side. Real Madrid actually beat them 6-0 twice last season. They beat them 6-0 at home and 6-0 away. So given the way Real Madrid are playing at the moment, I would expect them to beat Espanyol quite comfortably. So I was looking at giving Real Madrid, I was looking to go Real plus over 2.5 goals, which gets you 1.85 at BetStars, which I think is a pretty good way of getting value out of Real Madrid in a game like this.
Yeah, is that your bet?
That would be my bet.
That one's my bet too. That's exactly. I've got that one. Real Madrid in the over 2.5 goals. The reason why I didn't play, say, the Asian handicap line, say Real Madrid minus 2.5, something like that. I think we'll see a goal from Espanyol. Don't want to bet on it, but then obviously that will comfortably bring in that over 2.5 goals as well. But I think that Real Madrid can cover the over 2.5 goals by themselves, like you mentioned, sort of their previous head-to-heads and things like that. So starting off on the same page here, Martin. What's your next one?
Okay, over to Barcelona, the other of the big two. Barcelona shock defeat last weekend.
Very
Alaves,
big shock.
At home to Alaves, which probably ruined everybody's accumulators.
Mine as well.
Sorry to hear that. No one expected that. But they play another newly promoted team, Leganes, this weekend. Even smaller team. And you would have to think that with a team like Barcelona, that Alaves result would just be a blip rather than what's going to become the norm. So I'd again be looking at Barcelona to win this. Again, it's a very short price. So I was looking at the Asian handicap on that one. Barcelona minus 1.75 goals. That gets you about 1.74 with Bet Victor. That's my bet.
Leganes, though, has held a few of the big teams to sort of draws. As small as they are, I don't know. And after the Alaves, I stayed well away, actually. I actually went on the other side and destroyed my 2 accumulator bets, actually, thanks Barcelona. So I'm actually looking at the match Alaves versus Deportivo La Coruña, and I'm going to take Alaves as the straight win at home, 2.33 with Pinnacle. They haven't lost a match yet, Alaves. 2 draws, and then most notable, the 2-1 win to Barcelona. They are at home. I think that they could get the job done. If you did want to play it a little bit safe as well, take it as a draw, no bet option.
Interesting. Well, newly promoted teams do often play with a lot of confidence when they come up because they're used to winning. It sometimes takes a little while for them to get put in their place.
Well, I think that they're going to be spurred on by that Barca win. That's got to be confidence boosting.
Definitely. But how do you top that? I mean, no, they could well do it, but
a 3-0 win to Real Madrid. That's how you top that one. But
yeah, I'm going 3-0 Real. I'm going 3-0 Barcelona. But no, I would probably leave that one alone. But I like the sentiment behind it.
All right, what's your next one?
Well, I'm going for Atletico versus Gijon. Gijon having a fantastic season so far. I think this is another case of their fairy tale crashing to an end. I tipped Atletico to win last weekend, and they proved me right by thrashing Celta Vigo 4-0.
Correct.
I think they're finding their form now. I think Atletico will win, but again, I think it's a bit of a short price. So I think the 4-0 win for Atletico was a bit of a unusual, because normally their wins are by a much shorter margin. They're not that attacking. They're a very strong defensive side. So I'm going to go for Atletico and the under 3.5 goals, which is 1.75 with BetStars.
All right, not bad. Yeah, I've got a tip for that match as well. I've got Atletico win to 0. Probably a little bit predictable, that bet. 1.62 Labrooks. You're right. Yeah, Atletico Madrid, they've conceded 1 goal. Sporting Gijon, on the other hand, have got a very poor road record and scored 0, and sort of put that sort of information together and came up with that bet. But it's low, so it's a suggestion. I do think that they'll win to 0. Just wish the price was a bit higher, really.
Yeah, I think they're both good suggestions. I think that's the only way you can go in this game, really. I mean, I really do fancy Atletico to win this. They are by far the superior side, so you have to handicap yourself in some way to get more value out of it. And backing them to win to 0 or keeping the goals down, I think that looks two good ways around it, really.
Yeah, yeah. And what's your other bet?
Final bet, just one I quite like that I saw late on, is Real Betis to beat Granada. Granada aren't in particularly good form. Real Betis are playing pretty well. Real Betis are the home side, and they're just shy of even money to win that one. So I think they can carry on the good work.
Yeah, Betis. I saw that bet actually. I was quite tempted. Good to hear you bring that one up. My final one is Eibar versus Sevilla. Sevilla don't travel well. They will be fresh off a UCL fixture. In fact, they're very poor roaders. Last 2 head-to-heads have just seen 3 goals, with the last meeting ending 1-0 to Sevilla. Sevilla have not yet to score on the road. Eibar have scored just 1 goal at home. I'm going for the under 2.5 goals, slightly against the bookies on this one. Odds of 2.04 with Pinnacle. I think this is going to be a low scorer, maybe a 1-0 decider, something like that. That's what I'm predicting for that match.
I like it. That sounds like a very good bet, especially given the goal scoring form that you mentioned there. I have to admit I left this one alone simply because, as you say, Sevilla are very poor on the road. They're fantastic at home, but they just don't get the wins when they're away from home. So I was thinking about it in terms of who's going to win, but actually, yeah, the way you've done it and just looking, regardless of who wins it, just there's going to be under 2.5 goals.
Yeah,
looks
personally, I wouldn't like to call it. I think it could. I think it could go either way. Head sort of says Sevilla, really. They should, but based on their such poor travellers, probably wouldn't be a wise bet.
Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if it ended 0-0 or 1-0, which would mean your bet would come in. So, yeah, looks good to me.
All right, great stuff. That was Martin Green. Head on over to oddsmarket.com for more weekend league fixtures, so some predictions and things like that, and also his article. The link is in the description below this video. Martin, thanks for joining us.